Once you've worked through our beginner core program and you're ready for a bigger challenge, the following exercises will help you build a stronger and more resilient core and lower back. The swimmer's exercise will help activate the small muscles along the spine and the larger muscles of the lower back. Lay on your stomach and place your arms overhead. Place a small rolled up towel under your forehead and leave your head resting against the floor during this exercise. Gently activate your core and lift one arm and the opposite leg just off the floor. Alternate back and forth with a controlled kicking motion of the legs, moving in conjunction with the opposite arm overhead. The bird dog exercise activates the core and the back muscles simultaneously. This exercise is performed in a quadruped position. Activate the core and lift one arm and the opposite leg until they are fully extended. Hold for 1 to 3 seconds, return to the starting position, and then repeat on the other side. Keep the spine neutral and avoid twisting the pelvis when lifting the legs. Using a stability ball is a great workout for the core. When sitting on the ball, you want to make sure it's inflated enough that your hips are supported and that your knees are bent to no less than 90 degrees. Wear shoes or complete these exercises barefoot. Sitting on the ball, contract your core muscles, sit up tall to maintain good posture, and lift one arm and the opposite leg. The goal is to remain stable and keep the hips centered. If this is too difficult, you can choose to just lift the arms or the legs. If it's too simple, you can add hand weights. The full plank exercise is the more advanced version of the knee plank that was presented in the beginner core workout. Starting from a quadruped position, push up onto your hands and toes to make yourself into a straight line. Hold for 30 seconds to start and work towards longer hold times. Be cautious of your hips rising or sagging, and if you feel your form starting to falter, take a break. Chopping exercises are great at working the core muscles through multifunctional ranges and challenging core stability in different positions. Attach a Theraband into a closed door above head level. Contract the core and perform a chopping motion from high to low. If the band is moved lower in the door frame, it can also be performed from low to high. These exercises can be completed in a standing or kneeling position. Adding a band to a bridging exercise makes the glute muscles work harder to maintain the proper position. Lay on your back and tie a Theraband above knee level. Spread your feet shoulder width apart and hold the knees apart to feel the tension of the Theraband. Contract your core and lift your hips up and down while resisting letting the band pull your knees together. A single leg bridge is an advanced variation of the bridging exercise that was included in the beginner core program. Lay on your back and extend one leg. Engage your core muscles, gently squeeze your glutes together, and lift your hips up off the floor. With only one point of contact, it's easy for the hips to want to tilt, so the goal is to keep them level during the lifting and lowering aspects of this exercise. If the regular clamshell exercise is feeling easy, add a Theraband to challenge the glute muscles even more. Tie a Theraband above knee level. Lay on your side with your hips and knees bent to 90 degrees. Open and close the knees, making sure to keep your hips perpendicular to the floor at all times. Fire hydrants are the next step up in activating the very important medium-sized glute muscles. In a quadruped position, maintain a neutral spine. Keeping one knee bent, lift that leg up and out to the side. Be cautious of not lifting or hiking the hips too much in order to achieve this movement. Remember to always keep the core engaged during these exercises. Building a strong foundation requires that these exercises are completed with the abdominals activated during the movements. It's also important to remember to never sacrifice form. If an exercise is difficult and you are having difficulty maintaining proper form, continue with the earlier versions of the exercises until you can ask your chiropractor for advice.